mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer. But I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us. And the world will be as one. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. It's so hard to forget pain. But it's even harder to remember sweetness. We have no scar to show for happiness. We learn so little from peace. The practice of forgiveness is our most important contribution to the healing of the world. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Instead of hating the people you think are war makers, hate the appetites and disorder in your own soul, which are the causes of war. If you love peace, then hate injustice, hate tyranny, hate greed. But hate these things in yourself, not in another. You'll never have a quiet world till you knock the patriotism out of the human race. Peace demands the most heroic labor and the most difficult sacrifice. It demands greater heroism than war. It demands greater fidelity to the truth and a much more perfect purity of conscience. It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to believe in it. One must work at it. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. People sleep peacefully in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. You can have peace, or you can have freedom. Don't ever count on having both at once. Peace is the only battle worth waging. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver or gold. For behind all imperialism is ultimately the imperialistic individual, just as behind all peace is ultimately the peaceful individual. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. It is the oldest ironies that are still the most satisfying. Man, when preparing for bloody war, will orate loudly and most eloquently in the name of peace. How come we play war and not peace? Too few role models. I'm fed up to the ears with old men dreaming up wars for young men to die in. Dad, how do soldiers killing each other solve the world's problems? It is not enough to win a war. It is more important to organize the peace. It is my conviction that there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. And when all the wars are over, a butterfly will still be beautiful. Until he extends the circle of his compassion to all living things, man will not himself find peace. The true value of a human being can be found in the degree to which he has attained liberation from the self. World peace must develop from inner peace. Peace is not just mere absence of violence. Peace is, I think, the manifestation of human compassion. Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And then, for a second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about.